Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Today, I'm going to tell you about 3 exercises that can reduce your stuttering at school. I'm sure everybody that stutters has been through situations where they had to answer questions in class or read out loud. And for me, I know it was a terrible experience. I stuttered myself for the first 30 years of my life. And the first time I really noticed it was when I went to elementary school. And it came really clear when I did a report in front of the class. All the students were required to uh, each morning just talk about the weather and the date. That was a radio show that they did every morning in the class. And I was looking forward to that. When it was my turn, I walked up in front of the third grade class, and all I needed to say was, this is room 249, and today is whatever. So I started out, this is room, and I stuttered. It surprised me because that's really the first time that I noticed it. All the rest of the class, they burst out laughing. And I thought it was pretty funny myself. I thought it was a normal mistake, and I was laughing too, along with the class. And then I said, wait, let me start again here. So I started again, and I said, this is room. This time, the class laughed again. They thought I was doing that again and on purpose. And I knew that I was not doing it on purpose. I knew that there was a problem there and I couldn't get the words out. So I went and sat down. And that's when I first really experienced the debilitating problems I had with stuttering when they laughed at me in the class. The other time in school that became a real problem was reading out loud. You probably know that in a lot of classes, they practice oral reading where each student reads a paragraph. So they usually start down in the front or in the back, and they go right down the row one at a time. So I was sitting in the back of the class, and they started in the front, and each student read their paragraph. Some mispronounced words, some didn't know how to read the word, no big deal. But I knew when it got to me that I would have a problem getting a sound out. So the thing that made it really hard was from the start, they went student by student down each row one at a time, and it was getting closer and closer and closer. So when it was in my row in the back, just a few students away, I tried to predict which paragraph that I was going to read because I wanted to kind of rehearse it in my mind. And I think I had it. So it was about 3 paragraphs coming up, 3 students. And unfortunately, one of the students had to go to the restroom. And so it was a different paragraph. So when I got to my turn, it really surprised me. And I stuttered a lot. So that was the second type of problem I had at the schools. So let me tell you some solutions for reading out loud in class that I think are effective. And these you can use in any situation where you have to read. And also the same principles apply to just speaking without even reading. So the most effective things I found are pausing and planning short phrases. The reason is short phrases are easier to look at in the mind rather than long sentences. So you won't probably get confused or stuck if you just have that short phrase to deal with. Also, you can keep your voice on a lot easier in a short phrase like this, rather than doing a long phrase and starting over, and that's going to be a problem. So during reading, I suggest that you plan short phrases, even when you speak, and keep your voice on strong during those short phrases. I want you to focus on the phrase, not the individual sounds or words. I know you can really almost predict what sound's coming up that you're going to stutter on. Well, that's because you're paying a lot of attention to that one sound. It might be a problem sound for you, but if you just look at the whole phrase and plan on rolling your voice all through the phrase, and that's what you're concerned with, there's less of a chance you're going to focus on an individual feared sound or word. In order to do this, you need to have the phrase planned pretty well. Even in reading, you need to look at the sentence. So the key is to pause long enough before you start the phrase or in between the phrases to plan the next phrase pretty much exactly. And in reading, even though you can see the words, you need to know how you're going to break up longer sentences. So this is no quick fix for all of your stuttering, but it might help you. The best solution would be an intensive stuttering treatment program that you can spend time with a stuttering specialist. And I'm going to tell you about that later on. I do provide something like that. So when you plan phrases, remember you're going to use short phrases, about 3 to 5 or 6 syllables. And you can also do that when you're speaking. It's a little bit different, a little bit harder, because you can't see the words. So you have to make the words up, but it's the same principles. So I'm telling you the ways you can probably improve your stuttering right now, but intensive stuttering treatment is really the best solution for totally learning a new way of speaking and replacing your stuttering with a new way of speaking that's stutter-free. I do have something to offer along those lines. And if you are interested, there's a link down below this video. I'd like to schedule a time to talk to you, and I can tell you all about the program and find out a little bit more about you also. So thanks for listening, everybody, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye. Mark Power here, and if you like this video, then don't forget to like and subscribe for more helpful videos like this one. Also, be sure to hit the share button and leave us a comment below so that others can benefit from it as well. I'll be recording a lot more helpful videos like this one to help you overcome your stuttering. And if you'd like to be notified, then click on the bell icon below.